Hello everyone, today we'll be covering GCSE Foundation Maths Paper 2, past paper questions, first pages. Simplify 5p minus 3p plus p. So 5p plus p is equal to 6p, 6p minus 3p is equal to 3p. How did we get that? Based on the BIDMAS rule. Addition always comes first before subtraction. So therefore, the answer to part A is 3p. Part B, simplify m cubed plus m cubed. As per laws of indices, all you need to do is add them together. This is equal to 2m cubed. Part C, simplify 10 plus 3c plus 5d minus 7c plus d. Add the same variables together. In other words, 5d plus d, which is 6d, 3c minus 7c minus 4c plus 10. So the final answer is 6d minus 4c plus 10. Question 2. Write 56.78 correct to one significant figure. So one significant figure means that 6 determines whether we round up or round down. Because it's greater than 5, it means we round up to 60. Therefore, the final answer is 60. Write 4 out of 50 as a percentage. So you can plug this into your calculator, which is equal to 0.08, multiply by 100 to give the percentage. Therefore, the final answer is 8%. Write 1.59 correct to one decimal place. 9 determines whether we round up or down. Because it's greater than 5, it means we round up to 1.6 correct to one decimal place. Work out the value of 3 to the power of 5. So in your calculator, 3 to the power of 5 is equal to 243. The final answer is 243. Write down a 6-digit number that has 4 as its 1000 digit. You can only use the digit 4 once. So 4 is the 1000th value. So there are no restrictions with whatever numbers you put in, as long as in the 1000th value it needs to be 4. So the answer could be 124,000. Write 0.75 as a fraction. So 0.75 is the same as 75 out of 100. You can also put 0.75 into the calculator. When you click equals or xe, it gives you the fraction, 3/4, 3 out of 4. Therefore, the final answer for question 1, 3 out of 4. Question 2, write the following numbers in order of size. Start with the smallest number. The smallest number is -3, followed by -1, 0, 2, and 4. Question 3. Write down 2 factors of 15. So the 2 factors are 5 and 3. Question 4. Change 1,756 grams to kilograms. It's important to know the unit conversion. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. Therefore, in your calculator, put 1,756 divided by 1000 is equal to 1.756 kilograms. Write the following numbers in order. Start with the lowest number. The smallest number is -3, followed by -1, 2, 4, and 7. Question 2. Change 5,000 milliliters to liters. It's important to note the unit conversion. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. Therefore, in your calculator, 5,000 divided by 1000 is equal to 5 liters. Question 3. Write 31 out of 100 as a decimal. So, in your calculator, click on the fraction button, put 31 as the numerator, 100 as the denominator. Press xe or equals, and also click SD button. When you click SD button, it gives you the decimal, which is 0.31. Question 4. Write down the multiple of 7 that is between 30 and 40. So the only number is 35 because 7 times 5 is equal to 35. Question 5. Complete the statement below to make it correct. So how do we get unknown number multiplied by m is equal to 2m? So we need to go opposite. So 2m divided by m is equal to 2. Therefore, in the missing statement, it needs to be 2. So 2 times m is equal to 2m. Write 7 out of 100 as a decimal. So put this in your calculator, 7 as the numerator, 100 as the denominator, and click SD button to give you the decimal, which is 0.07. Question 2. Write down a multiple of 6 that is between 40 and 50. It's the only number is 48 because 6 times 8 is equal to 48. Question 3a. Simplify 3f times 5g. First of all, do 3 times 5, which is 15, f times g, fg. So the final answer is 15fg. Part B, simplify t times t. As per laws of indices, the same base, you add the powers. So t times t is t squared. Part C, simplify 2n plus 6n divided by 2. So 2n plus 6n is equal to 8n. 8n divided by 2 is equal to 4n. Write down the value of the 4 in the number 542.3. So 4 is the tens group, so it's 40. Question 2. Write down a square number that is also an odd number. Your answer could be 9, or you could also put 81. Question 3a. Change 4,560 grams into kilograms. Remember, 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So to get to grams to kilograms, we need to divide by 1,000. So in your calculator, 4,650 divided by 1,000 is equal to 4.56 kilograms. Part B. Change 7.3 meters into millimeters. So we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. But to get to millimeter, we also need to times it by 10 as well, which means 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters. Therefore, 7.3 multiplied by 1,000 is equal to 7,300 millimeters. Question 4. Work out the cube root of 64. So in your calculator, click Shift Square Root button and insert 64. When you click equals in your calculator, this is equal to 4. So cube root of 64 is equal to 4. Question 5. Write 0.31 as a fraction. So in your calculator, put 0.31, click equals. This will give you the fraction 31 out of 100. Write down 2 factors of 18. So you could pick any 2. Could be 2 and 9, or 3 and 6, or 1 and 18 as your answers. Question 2. Write 0.9 as a fraction. So in your calculator, put 0.9, click equals, 9 out of 10. Question 3. Change 7 meters to centimeters. Remember, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, so 7 times 100 is equal to 700 centimeters. Write down a square number that is between 10 and 50. So one square number could be 16, or you could say 36 or 25. Question 5. Work out 50% of 240. There are different ways of solving this question. You could insert 50 divided by 100 into your calculator and times it by 240, which is equal to 120. Or the second method, 50% means divided by 2. So 240 divided by 2 is equal to 120. Write down the value of the 3 in the number 4,376. 3 is in the hundredths group, which means that's 300. Question 2a. Write 7 out of 16 as a decimal. So in your calculator, put 7 as the numerator, 16 as the denominator. click the SD button to get the full decimal, 0.4375 as your final answer for question 2. Question 3. Here is a list of numbers: 4, 7, 9, 25, 27, 31, 64. From the numbers in the list, write down a cube number. So you can only pick one number. So there are two options. You could pick 27 or you could pick 64. Question 4. Find the value of open bracket 2.8 minus 0.45 close bracket cube plus square root of cube root of 5.832. So in your calculator, make sure you put the correct brackets and the powers, and also the cube root function, which can be done by clicking Shift and the square root button. So when all the values are inserted into the calculator, this is equal to 7.93745. Write 6,819 to the nearest thousand. So 8 determines whether we need to round up or round down. Because it is greater than 5, it means we round up to 7,000. Question 2. Write these temperatures in order. Start with the lowest temperature. The lowest temperature is minus 5 degrees Celsius, followed by minus 2 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees Celsius, 7 degrees Celsius, and 10 degrees Celsius. Question 3. Write 0.075 as a fraction. Give your fraction in its simplest form. If you insert 0.075 into your calculator, it already gives you the simplified fraction, 3 out of 40. Question 4. Write down, find the value of 5 to the power of 4. In your calculator, click 5 and the button that says x to the power. In the power section, add 4. So 5 to the power of 4 is equal to 625.